Hello there. Something a little bit different. Had a little drive from work today. Didn't know where I was going. Ended up going to Sarah Old Mill, finding out it was raining and wasn't happening there. No coffee available in the community shop thing now. Drove to Shirley. Drove to the cider house in Earlswood, didn't fancy going for a pint there. Drove to Tamworth in Arden, drove to Studley, drove to Ulster, and basically carried on to Evesham, to the Ellendon farm shop, where I had a lovely sandwich, made in Studley funny enough, and some Tyrrell's crisps, now made by KP but still in Herefordshire at Tyrrell's Court Farm. And a nice coffee overlooking the Vale of Evesham in their little patio outside their shed and shed cabin. And I drove to Evesham Country Park, had a little bit of a walk, and I drove to Broadway. So instead of showing you at first the typical Broadway scene of Cotswolds stone and houses and stuff, which you can see a bit of one over there, and here is a Cotswold stone wall here, nicely laid out. A few bits missing off the top there, but saying this is a kind of complements my video from the other last night, where I'm in another part of Worcestershire at the bottom east and north, east and southeastern corner. Sorry, I've just stumbled and couldn't get my words out right. And here we have an orchard with lots of sheep, but where I am standing is the old road, which would have been the old A44 before they put a bypass around it, which is behind those trees. And so what happens is you drive through Broadway now, and coach tours and things like that would come up here, go up here after seeing all the lovely buildings, the Cotswold stone buildings, turn around here, and there would have been the old route of the A44, but they turn around now because they can't go up there and go back down there. There's no parking here. I've just shoved my car in that gateway there, but just wanted you to see this. This kind of caused a bit of controversy with some people, like driving back from Oxford, and some people just liked, if they lived in Broadway, just to come back home and drive down this street back into the main street by driving down this road and into Broadway. But now you've got to come all the way down, and if you say live in that cottage there, you've got to go all the way to the end of the village and come back on yourself. But it's a small price to pay to have the village nice and quiet. I'm sure these the local residents, some of them are quite happy about it, and I believe them are anthills over there, those little lumps. Wow. Sorry this video is a bit shaky, and I'm not going to redo it because I am getting wet, but this is how it is, and these are how my days out are. But I love this orchard. I just had to stop and look at it. The coach tours wouldn't stop and look at this. Typical little country scene of sheep munching around in the orchard. Anyway, it's just a typical example of how diverse and wonderful Worcestershire is. Anyway, so my camera doesn't get any more wet, or my phone, should I say. mini computer, as well as everything else it does, I'll leave you with this view of the Cotswold stone house down there.